Hey there, I'm Michael Williams, your island chef. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, we've got a special episode, special guest. Shelley, a holistic nutritionist, is going to be joining us. She's the nutrition manager from Royal Oak Country Grocer, and she's going to be sharing her thoughts on these delicious superfoods here. In fact, she's going to make a recipe for us. And after that, I'm going to do a little bit of playing myself. So, fun episode coming up. All right, so here we are. We're gonna get cracking. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. We've got a couple of superfoods that we're gonna be working with, Maca powder and Moringa. Now, I've heard of Maca before, but Moringa, never heard of it. Shelley, welcome to the show. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about what we're working with today?
Yeah, thank you. So Moringa comes from the Moringa tree, found in India.
Yeah.
And the leaves here are what's used into a powder form. And it's a really high nutritional value. So it has 92 nutrients. So that's your vitamins, your minerals, and phytonutrients.
That's a pretty high number, 92, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So you have your vitamin A, your Bs, your iron, your calcium. So there's lutein in there, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, and lycopene. So these are really good for cellular integrity, really good antioxidant. So what these phytonutrients do is actually help protect the cells, the cellular membrane, the phospholipid layer. So that's going to help with cell regeneration, reduce oxidative stress from free radicals. And then the astaxanthin in here actually helps protect the cells from sun damage. So people will use it if they're going away on vacation. Right. They'll get a nice tan instead of a burn.
Load up on Moringa before you go to the tropics.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, when I was researching this, like the first that you gave me these, I kind of picked them up. I was smelling them, looking at them, because especially the Moringa, I've never seen or worked with it before. In my research, I noticed that it was like really, really high in iron, vitamin A, vitamin B6, and like calcium as well. Calcium and
exactly. So there's also vitamin C in there as well. And the nice thing about the superfoods is all those nutrients are in a whole food form.
Right.
So the body can better recognize those nutrients, absorb them, and utilize them.
So better to get it through food than get it through supplements.
Yeah, definitely.
Whenever you can, right?
That's right. It's more bioavailable for the body.
Yeah, that's what I've learned too. Yeah, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so Moringa, it's a really good superfood just to improve energy and vitality.
Right.
It's really easy to incorporate into smoothies, or cooking, or baking.
The greens are, the more greens you get into your diet, it's like the whole energy, vibrancy kind of thing, right?
Yes, definitely. Improves, joint mobility and that wake up in the morning and get going and last throughout the day, without those aches and pains.
Nice.
And all of that.
Yeah, so I've been having fun playing with this, working it into different things. I'm definitely into the Moringa now. So Maca, as I said, I've heard of it before. I haven't really worked with it. And, I opened it up, the first thing it smells so good.
Yeah.
It's like so earthy, and there's so much umami to it. Do you know that term, umami?
No.
No? Okay, so it's like mushrooms, meat, soy sauce. They all have what's called umami. It's like the fifth flavor profile.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And it's just
makes it pretty versatile.
It's so umami.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I was really excited about working with Maca.
Awesome.
Why don't we talk about the benefits of it though?
Yeah, definitely. Maca is similar to a superfood. Grows in the high mountains of Peru. And it's a root vegetable or tuberous vegetable.
Peru. I was thinking chia for a second there, but quinoa also comes from Peru, grown in the mountains.
Yes.
And what I learned about quinoa is because it is grown in the mountains and the rich soil, so much more nutrition gets into the plant because of that. Are you familiar with that concept?
Yeah, definitely. So whatever the soil nutrients is, all the foods are just going to pull all that up as well. Yeah. So maca, the tuberous root, does that as well. So really high minerals, vitamins. There's three main forms of maca. So you have yellow, which helps with more women's hormone balancing. Red is more male hormone balancing. And then the black is really good for energy.
Okay.
So overall, maca is a really good adrenal adaptogen. So what that does is help the adrenals adapt to stress. So Stress raises cortisol. This will help balance that.
Right. We need that in this life these days, you know? Like, it's such a stressful world we live in.
Yeah, stressful time of year too, right?
Yeah,
And we're always
true.
hustling and bustling and in a rush to go nowhere.
Yeah.
So as we're taking on those stressors, addressing the adrenals is going to help improve our energy during the day, like sustained energy without those highs and lows.
Right.
And then it's actually going to help improve our sleep at night as well.
Two important pieces we got there.
Yeah, definitely.
Right on. So I think we should maybe make something.
Yeah, definitely.
You said you were going to make some pudding.
Yeah, so I've got a little pudding recipe that I whip together once in a while for the kids.
Yeah.
It's just to incorporate those vitamins and minerals, help support them in their growing bodies.
As a parent, I'm always thinking, you know, like, is he eating enough vegetables? Is he getting enough fruit? Like, so, you know, these kind of things, if you can sneak them into their foods, you're just boosting everything up a little bit, right?
Exactly, yeah. Pudding and smoothies are excellent to just sneak in those good healthy foods.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to make it in the blender?
Yeah, so I'll use the blender.
Okay.
So I use some almond milk. So I've got this one. So I just pour a bit in.
Should I grind up some of these chia seeds?
Definitely.
You said you wanted some ground flax, but I thought maybe we could do chia instead. Is that cool?
Yeah, and then it's nice to have it grounded just so you don't have like the lumps in there. Sometimes texture can be a thing,
Totally,
right? So, so grinding that up too will also help support the gelatinization of the pudding.
Which will help thicken the pudding up.
Yeah, definitely. So pour in something like that.
So I've always got a coffee grinder at home for nuts, seeds, spices, whatever, and then one for coffee.
Oh,
Gotta keep
okay,
them
you don't want to
separate.
mix it up, hey? Some fruity coffee there. All right, so I'm gonna throw in 2 bananas. So the bananas are also gonna help with the texture, just for thickening.
Yeah, totally. Great for smoothies. Actually, I have a pudding recipe on the website already using banana.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we're going to have to write this recipe. It'll be Shelley's pudding. We'll put it on the website. Does
Yeah.
that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, we could do that,
How much
for sure.
of this do you want?
Yeah, so we'll use about a tablespoon
Okay.
or a palm handful works amazing.
There we go. There's a tablespoon.
Yeah, perfect.
That's
we'll
how
do
I
that.
measure.
Yeah, perfect.
Not always, but yeah.
Yeah, I just eyeball it sometimes. So we'll do some of the moringa. I'll use a smaller amount.
I've noticed it's very potent in flavor.
Yeah.
We've talked about the nutrition of it.
Yeah.
But the flavor of it is really strong as well. So maybe use it sparingly if you're trying to get your kids into it, I would think.
Yeah, definitely. We don't want the flavor to be discovered. And then also because it is cleansing, we don't want to pull too many toxins out too fast that can contribute to headaches and
Okay, because like after you gave me this, I was messing around, I was playing, I was testing. I probably had a few tablespoons throughout the day and, you know, yogurt, different applications. And I noticed later on that I had a really bad headache.
So that just speaks to the cleansing that the body's doing, getting those toxins out. So not so much next time throughout the day.
That's
and then
good
just
to know.
lots of water to help flush it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Another beneficial component to moringa is it has 23 anti-inflammatory benefits.
Okay.
So the body has, 5 and more inflammatory responses contributing to arthritis, aches and pains, and many other disease and ailments.
Yeah, so as we're aging, really nice thing to start incorporating, especially if we're noticing those kind of ailments.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely improve those symptoms as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a little bit of maca?
Yeah, so I'll add the maca now. We can add a little more than the moringa. We can be
a little bit more liberal?
More liberal.
Yeah. Don't have to be quite so. I mean, again, the flavor of the maca, the smell is just incredible to me.
Something like that. Yeah.
So is this good? Are we ready to blend this up, or is there anything else that needs to get in there?
We're going to add some protein powder just to
right.
make the best pudding you've ever had.
So I've got some chocolate protein powder here. I think the chocolate and the maca go really well together. What do you think?
Yeah. Get that chocolate pudding going.
I'm gonna do something similar a little bit later. Right now we're making a pudding, but I'm gonna make a smoothie. Take it in a slightly different direction.
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe just 1 scoop.
Yeah. Start with that.
Just a bit of a protein boost.
Yeah. I've got some nice grass-fed protein here as well.
Nice. So I'm thinking the liquid might be a little bit light, but it might be fine. When you're making puddings, though, the way I kind of approach it, as little liquid as possible, and you can always add a bit more while the blender's running.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Is that how you do it too?
Yeah,
okay. So I'm going to fire this up then. Okay, let's fire this up. So surprisingly, it's actually a little bit thinner than I expected. So for me, in my mind, I'm like, well, what we could have done, we could have had the bananas frozen, first of all, or used a different frozen fruit, because anytime it's frozen, it really, you know, helps thicken it up a little bit, keeps everything cold. What we could do to fix this, we've got the chia seeds in it already, so they're inherently going to thicken it up as it sits. So like 10 minutes or so, it'll become thicker.
Yeah.
Maybe we could add another banana in there though, and a touch more chia, just to get it the right consistency so we can enjoy it right away.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I'm going to add a little bit more chia in as well.
All right, so I'll pass you that.
Awesome.
There we go.
All right, so that's looking thicker. Now, would you serve this kind of as is, or would you chill it first?
Yeah, well, with the chia, it's good to chill it.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Let it sit,
Yeah.
and then let it get more
So
gelatinous.
we can enjoy it right now as is.
Yeah, let's just see how it's tasting.
With that said, I would probably chill it as well, and it's something that you can kind of make up ahead of time, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's have some pudding though, shall we?
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Thank you.
Let's see how we did. That's delicious. It's really good. It's very light and frothy.
Yeah.
My blender tends to do that. It's got, you know,
Gives it a good whip, hey?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, definitely.
But nice and chilled, this would be fantastic.
Yeah,
Thank you
definitely
so
let
much.
it
I
sit.
love it.
Absolutely, yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
So good.
Yeah, you can really taste the maca in there. It's a really nice combination.
It goes really well with the chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Thank you so much. I think if I understand correctly, you need to get back to the nutrition aisle.
Yeah.
But I did want to thank you for introducing me to Moringa. Never heard of it before. Definitely heard of Maca, but I've never used it. So I'm really excited about working with these. I'm going to continue playing and make some new creations here. And thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Mike.
Yeah, pleasure. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. Now, as I said, this Maca powder. First experience with it, never worked with it before. Oh, love that smell. And so as soon as I smelt that, I'm like drawn to like a sauce, I was thinking. So like I created this sauteed onion and garlic with coconut milk, and then just add some of this and a touch of soy sauce, and it was so good. So I'm gonna show you how to make it right now. We're gonna start off with a little bit of fine diced red onion. So we don't need this whole half, but we will use about maybe half of the half, not even, about a third of the half. So we'll just cut into it. I want a fine dice, so I'm gonna get my cuts this way. And then I'm gonna get my cuts this way. And of course, if you're not comfortable with this technique, you can just kind of chop away and chop until it's all finely diced. But this is the professional way to do it. There, that should be plenty. There we go. That's good for our garlic, or our onion. Grab a few cloves of garlic. And we'll just chop this up so it's roughly the same size as our onions. That way we can cook it all at the same time. Perfect. So I've got a hot pan ready. Let's get this started. Okay, let's get a bit of oil in our pan here. Get those onions and garlic caramelized a little bit. All right, so the legwork, friends, has been done. That's it. That was the tough part. Just gonna saute the onions and garlic, get them nicely caramelized, as I said. And And then we're gonna add a little bit of coconut milk, some maca powder, and some soy sauce. So we certainly want to get some color on here. It's almost there, pretty close. Another minute or so, and we'll be laughing. Got some simple roast chicken breast here. Okay, so now, as you can see, our onions and garlic are nicely caramelized. We're ready to get our coconut milk in there. Just a touch more. Oh, let's just put it all in, what the heck. That'll be fine. And what we'll do is we'll just let that simmer for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, add a little kiss of soy sauce. And then we can actually even dissolve that maca into it right now. And the nice thing is it really just incorporates into the liquid very easily. So we're almost ready to drizzle this over top of our delicious chicken. Oh boy, it smells incredible. So basically, at this point, just let it simmer a little bit until it kind of thickens up a little bit. And now it's really important that you use a good quality coconut milk. You know, shake the can, make sure you can't hear or feel anything moving around. That's the sign of a good coconut milk. If you buy a cheap one, a little bit more watery, right? And we're not gonna end up with a nice thick, rich sauce, which is what we're after. So again, nice coconut milk, let it simmer for a couple of minutes until it thickens up. We're looking beauty here. Ooh, this looks great. So I'm just gonna pour this on top of the chicken now. There we go. Okay. I know what it tastes like, but I'm just gonna take a bite out of it and ooh and ah and pretend like, well, not pretend, I'm gonna enjoy how amazing it is. I'm gonna tell you all about it in hopes that I will entice you to make this recipe and enjoy the benefits of maca in your life. Love it. So good. Maca, coconut sauce, delicious. Next up, we're gonna make a maca smoothie. And then we're also gonna do one more thing with moringa. So we've been having fun so far, playing, doing things, creating with our superfoods. We're gonna finish up with a couple more recipes, a couple quick ones. So here's just a simple smoothie. Frozen strawberries. I'm gonna get a good handful of frozen strawberries in there. We're going to use the maca powder. We're gonna use some chocolate protein powder like we used earlier. We'll get our milk in next. Okay, we'll get our protein powder in there. And then we're just gonna give a nice boost of nutrition here with some maca powder. Kind of like a teaspoon or so. And that's all there is to that one. So let's buzz this up. You know, actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla in this as well. The vanilla, the maca, the chocolate, and then we'll buzz it up. Just a touch. There we go. There we go. Let's see how this tastes, because I just wung it. I haven't made this before. And to be honest, I've got some idea of how it's gonna taste, but it's just in my imagination. So let's see if my imagination's right. Oh my goodness, that is delicious. I really like that. Wow. Okay, that's a winner. So, that's one. And then the other thing that I did play around with was our Moringa yogurt. So really simple. Check it out. Okay, get some Moringa, get our cocoa nibs. Got some vanilla yogurt here. You can use plain and sweeten it yourself, or if you're so bold as to go without sweetener, you could do that too. We're just gonna put a little bit, as I was talking about earlier, the Moringa is quite potent in flavor, so we don't wanna go too heavy on that. But you can do it to taste, keeping in mind what Shelley had said, that especially when you're first starting out with the Moringa, its detoxification properties are quite strong, so you don't want to overdo it. Otherwise you'll end up like me on recipe tasting day with a headache. So, just slightly Moringa flavored vanilla yogurt. We've got some defrosted strawberries here. Fresh if it's in season, absolutely. And some cocoa nibs. And check that out. We've got an interesting, delicious dessert. Okay, cocoa nibs, strawberries, Moringa yogurt. It's great. Love the crunch of the cocoa nibs. Lots of strawberries. And then that, that Moringa yogurt is very strong in flavor. Again, be careful with how much you put in. And might be something you really enjoy. I really like this. And the benefits that we talked about with the Moringa, beautiful. So, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that, having Shelley on the show, learning about a couple of new superfoods that I'm now going to incorporate into my weekly routine. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Got a good buzz going, nice energy. Fantastic. We worked through some fun stuff. We started off with Shelley's pudding. From there we did that sauce. Oh, that Maca sauce is fantastic. That's gonna be a new go-to for me. Made a smoothie, the Moringa yogurt, lots of fun stuff. All the recipes you can find at countrygrocer.com. They're there for you, along with hundreds of others. Thanks for being with us, and see you next time.